Hi guys, it's Belle here and welcome back for day 24 of hashtag Junk Journal in July 2024, hosted by the lovely Meg Journals in collaboration with Get Messy Art. All links will be down below. Check them out. And I just want to start today by saying, if you watched yesterday's video, you will know I spent ages trying to find some twos and cutting up little bits of rub-ons and all sorts, and it wasn't day 22, was it guys? It was day 23. So I just cut out another piece of one of the frames because they're scrappy frames, so it works, and then I put the number 23 on there. How funny is that? I bet you were all shouting at the camera. I'm filming this before I see any of the comments for that one, so I'm sure I'll get in the comments, Belle, but it was day 23. And yes guys, oh, I need to stick that down. I know, I fixed it. It's done. Thankfully, I noticed it, but that was later on. So today's prompt is ephemeral, and I wanted to just look this up to get a real description of what that meant. Because when I often think of it, I also think of, is it ethereal? You know, where like floaty and all that kind of thing. Anyway, ephemeral is something that doesn't last very long. And when I was printing out pictures of my dad that I used in another day for Junk Journal for homemade, I also printed out this picture of him. Oh my goodness. Now the other picture was his second birthday. I reckon this is before his second birthday. I think he's just like one and a bit. And look at the weird little mouse. That mouse actually looks like Gus Gus out of Cinderella. Oh my goodness, I've never noticed that before. Anyway, this is my dad. So I was thinking something that doesn't last very long, something that is fleeting and that makes it special. Well, a lot of things are that, but something that really is childhood. So especially when they're really little, in that very sweet age between kind of 10, 11 months when they might just be starting to toddle and walk up to when they're about 3. I really love kids at that age. It's where they really blossom. They're starting to talk, they're starting to walk. You really see their personalities come out. So I'm going to use this picture of my dad. Now, how funny is this? It's the opposite page, but they're in different bits of the journal. This is the other bit. What are your words today, Belle? Rewind, start again. This is the other piece of this jelly plate print that I used for this flower, and I just love it. And because this photo, again, this is a copy. If you're going to use your own family photos, they are very precious, guys. Don't just stick them in your journals unless it's a journal you're putting together specifically for the photos. And even then, I wouldn't stick them down. This is a copy, and I just love the kind of brightness pop of this with the more sepia colours. So I'm going to glue this down first. I'm just going to glue this, and I think I want to leave some of the music paper and just kind of work around it. We don't always have to cover the whole page, and I'm not even going to gesso the music paper to mute it. I don't think I need to. So yeah, I thought I'd want to use this. This is one of my favourite jelly plate prints that I made when I first started making jelly prints. To be honest, I haven't made any since March, so it's not like I've made too many more, but I loved this one so much. So obviously I want to put it with my dad. And then I just pulled out some scraps, guys. So I have some fabric I was thinking of putting maybe underneath him, and some corrugated card that I was also thinking of putting underneath him. And I'm thinking I may like to add some brads to that, actually. I think I will. Such a cute photo. I'm really enjoying just working with family photos. Normally in my personal journals, that's what I do. I work with, do you know what I want to round the edges of this? I use them as memory keeping journals. So I fill them with photos and memory ephemera that we've done. Like I have one that follows me through the year. And I love that. But I really wanted to, I worked with on one of my Margaret Millers a picture of my grandparents. And I loved doing that so much that I was like, okay, this is going to be a nightmare to glue on here. But that's okay because we're just going to use some brads. And I loved doing that so much that I was like, right, this year you need to work with more family photos. And if you're new here, first of all, hello, welcome. But my dad passed away quite a few years ago now. And he was far too young to go. And yeah, I have really just enjoyed, let's pull out some different ones, working with photos of him. It helps you remember. Not that we, you know, need to remember. It's not like we forget, but, you know, it helps to bring back fun memories. Obviously, I didn't know him when he was a little boy because he's my dad. So I was not there. But I don't know. It's just fun to look back at him. And especially now, firstly, I've got my own children and I've got my nephews and niece. And to see my dad in them as well as they grow, you know, I don't know. It just brings me a lot of joy. So I like working with pictures of him and just thinking about happy times. And because it can be sad. I'm not going to bring the mood down, but it can be sad, can't it, guys, when we miss loved ones? So I really like that. So now I'm thinking, maybe do I want to bring in some stitching somewhere? I love layering and I love stitching. Now this is a dark blue already on this blue. So I don't know if it works realistically, but I did really want to bring it in. We could have it kind of down there. That could work. Although I think I cut this circle out or something, and I think I wanted to use that more than the stitching. I think I do want to use that. Yeah, I like that. I might just go around the photo actually with a little bit of walnut stain just to help it stand out a bit and mix that vintage style with something a bit more. Can't do that edge, but there we go. Could just do like that. Modern. I just think this is playful. My gosh. I mean, I may be biased. I think he's adorable. And I'm literally pulling bits, guys. I've got bits all here. Let me move them onto the other side and then you can actually see what I'm sort of looking at and stuff. That would be more helpful for you, wouldn't it? Oh, I wanted to use this tag. This is a Tim Holtz one, but it says this sack contains special delivery, parcel post. And part of me is just thinking special delivery, you know, my dad. And then he's got that fun little toy, whatever that is. And I thought that was quite cute. I thought that's kind of concept. And then I wanted to bring in some red. There's some pink. So I picked out a few things. And we've got the Grand Hotel. That's actually quite cute. I like that. We also have Collect. I think I like the Collect one better. Special delivery Collect. That just, isn't it fun when things like that work out? Where you're like, oh, collect your little boy. Yeah, I like that. I like that down there. Just some fun, bringing in some metallics. We have some more music paper, but realistically, we've got music paper underneath. So realistically, do I need it? Let's see. That's a big no. No, I do not need that. So let's move that. If we've got this like this, I mean, this might just be a lot. This might just be what we need realistically. Maybe a number. I always like numbers on things. That's my problem. I know we've got a number there. We've got the blue and the red there. I kind of like that, you know, guys. Oh my goodness. I was also going to add, I think these are too big and I don't think I've got smaller ones. But I was going to add a butterfly, but I'm looking at it and it really doesn't need it. Okay, let's start gluing, shall we? First of all, I'm going to glue this to this. This sack contains a special delivery. Yes, it does. And I'm going to glue this. And again, this is just a die cut that I pulled out that was in my scrap box. And I thought, oh, that's interesting. Oh no, it's on Dad's face. Quick, quick. Hold on. Hold on. Oh no, Dad. Worst comes to worst, I can print out another picture, but I'd rather not. Because we've already started sticking all this down. The problem is it's matte, well, it's matte, so it should be all right. It's not the shiny, shiny one. Okay. Well, toddlers, they be messy, so it's all good. Although my dad liked everything very neat. I think that's where I get it from. Yeah. So, yes, that can go like that, and then we can stick this down. Little cutie. That really does look like Gus Gus from Cinderella. Which, if it is, that would be so interesting. It really does look like it. Oh, see, now this is when you just wish they were still with you, so that you could phone them up and go, Dad, in that photo you have with your chubby little cute face, is that Gus Gus you're holding from Cinderella? But, you know, I'm going to say that it is. I'm just going to, in my head, believe that that's Gus Gus from Cinderella. Because if you don't know, my daughter and me, in fact, our whole family, but my daughter in particular, who absolutely, she was adored her granddad. They had a very special relationship. She is a Disney fan, super fan, obsessed. So I think it's just nice to think that maybe that's Gus Gus. I'm going to have to show her the picture. She'll know straight away if that's a vintage Gus Gus or not. Okay, so we've got that and we know what we need. First of all, we're going to need the number on here. And it's 24, Belle. It's 24. So we're going to need the number somewhere. But I also wanted to add some words because can't not add words. And I was going to add charming boy. And I need to think about where this could go. Charming and then boy down there, I think. Oh, look at that. That worked. That worked well. I think it'll go down there really nicely. Charming boy. Because yes, he was very charming, but again, I may be biased. And we need to fit the number on here somewhere. And I'm trying to work out if I want a big number or a smaller number, because I could put the number 23 up, right up there in the corner, or down here. Let's have a look. Let's put it on its little block and then I'll be able to actually look. And think about where I want it. So we could put it down there, which is quite good because this is quite top heavy, so it pulls the eye. But sometimes I like it being more top heavy and having more space. But actually looking at it now, I think I'm going to put it down there. And it's not 23, is it, guys? That's because 23 was on my mind from the other day. Were you shouting? Because if you were, I heard you. It's 24. This would be a harder thing to fix. In fact, just because I've now worried myself, I'm double checking. Yes, 24. Okay. We're okay. Ah, some days just be like that. In the craft room, in the craft room. So yes, if you are lucky enough to have some vintage family photos, especially of loved ones that are no longer with us but always in our minds, but you know, then I really suggest getting the photos scanned and working with them in your projects, because it just adds, oh my gosh, I love it so much, guys. It's adorable. Oh my gosh, I love it. So that is day 24, guys, and the prompt was ephemeral, so something that will only last a very short period of time, that is fleeting, like some mayflies that only live for a day or whatever it is. And I went with the idea of childhood, and I just think it's very, very cute. It came together very, very quickly, which is always a plus. And I hope you like it and enjoy it. And let me know, guys, if you're Disney fans, do you think that's Gus Gus from Cinderella? I know, it's becoming a bit of an obsession now, but he's got shoes on. And that looks like a top. So it really makes me think of Gus Gus. So I will leave it there. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this. I really enjoy sharing these photos with you. And don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll be back soon with another video. Until next time, guys, wherever you are in the world, I hope you're having lots and lots of crafty fun. Bye for now.